Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Okay, I have some news to deliver. Unexpectedly, Lily made her transition today. It was very unexpected. The vets don't know why. They can't find a reason why. It was obviously just time. So I've got a little photo here of Lily when we actually chose her from the litter. So, and Jasper's there as well. The story is we wanted a female pussycat and Lily was the only female. So she was decided. We knew we was having her. But they said you can't take her unless like you have Jasper because they're attached at the hips. That's what she said. So that's why we've got Jasper as well. And here she is, look. And there's Jasper. So, there we have it. Very unexpectedly, Lily made her transition very peacefully. It was a couple of breaths and she was gone. Okay, so bless her, rest in peace. I mean, my eldest daughter, that's like her best friend. And she said she was just so loved. How could you not at some point want to just, it's like unconditional love. It's just like she was just bursting with love and it was time for her to move on. I mean, that cat was adored by Megan. Anyway, so that's the news. It's going to take some adapting to, but that's life, isn't it? Okay. So I thought we'd do a reading. I'm not sure what cards we use. Let's use the Everyday Tarot. The energy very much about pets making, you know, their transition, and also being able to explain what that really means, especially to your children when that happens. That's what I've been experiencing over the last few days, not only with obviously my own children, but also another tribes member. A tribes member. It's not coming out great, really. I don't really know what to say about it all. It's a bit of shock, I think. Another one of the tribe. They've lost like 5 fish. And trying to explain that, the meaning of that to her grandson. Anyway, so I feel there's a meaning behind it. Unexpected deaths. And how do you explain them? You want me to use these cards? Yes? Oh my goodness, you've slobbered all over them. Let's have a look. Let's get into the energy. Okay, well, the resurrection. So it's just their energy's just gone out of the vessel and onto pastures new. Okay, this is a fish. Love. It's kind of like, I listen to how my daughter explains it, and I know like she's self-talking as well, so as she's kind of explaining it, trying to make some sense of it, I mean, she's heartbroken. That's what breaks my heart, is to see her so heartbroken, and to hear her say, you know, well, she had done her job, you know, she had kind of filled in a void at a time that was needed. And it was her time, but no warning whatsoever. So it was just a shock. Let's have a look. We've got the Chariot here. Okay, I feel like a different energy is coming in now. What are you doing over there? You don't know? You're rubbing your teeth. You're tapping. Someone's knocking at the door. Someone's ringing the bell. Right, let's I just find it hard sometimes to put into words what it is hard, isn't it, to try and make sense out of something that just doesn't make any sense. Okay. We can scrap, he's turned like, we can scrap that energy now. It was the Ace of Swords, we have the Page of Cups, which is really a feminine in love. Well, it's normally the card of a masculine in love, but there's a feminine in love. And then there's a masculine that I feel, okay, is watching her. It's like the curtain's open. He's got down, so it's like one of the sphinxes, okay, has moved on. Which takes me to the riddle of the Sphinx. Got to solve the riddle to be able to get access. Right, let's have a look. Let's take these cards. We've got the Queen of Wands with the cat. This guy, he's gone in that direction over there. He's itching, he's irritated. This is bringing in the balance here. Divine Justice bringing in the balance. The Divine Feminine pushing forward. She's solo, she's on her own. She's pushing forward through heartache. So I feel that it will resonate with you, I feel, as if you're having to explain the truth behind death. It's interesting, there's an energy here of going through the heartache to actually get to the Divine Masculine. And then I felt the energy of Divine Justice. Divine Justice stops something. I feel like this is the energy of the feminine needing to go through all this hurt and pain to be able to get to her masculine. This all stops now. You're facing the resurrection here. So it feels like the Divine Feminine energy is resurrecting. Resurrecting energy. And this masculine's watching. But it's more the energy of, do I stay or do I go? Should I stay or should I go now? You know what the rest of the words are. Okay. Over on this side, because we've still got 3 cards left, we have the Divine Feminine and the Pussycat, who seems to be maybe on guard for her. I feel like the Sphinx has left the Divine Masculine side here, because it was a side when I was holding it up that Jasper got down on. So it's the Black Sphinx that's left. So you can kind of say about energies or transporting into other vessels. The Black Sphinx died. Died? Flew. Left the scene. And is now a cat. But that is, a Sphinx is a cat anyway, isn't it? Kind of. Is it like with a human's face or something? I don't know what is that. I don't know what kind of face. Okay. Yeah, it's like a human's face on there. Cleopatra. Right, let's get back to this. And then there's Divine Feminines. They're all Divine Feminines and they're waiting to receive their Divine Justice. It's like Divine is looking at the Divine Feminine. And then we have the Divine Feminine pursuing, pushing forward. Solo, the energy was coming forth. All the wands here, she was just pushing forward. Through all the heartache. It's like she'll rise above it. I actually feel like this is protection here. She'll kind of rise up and over this. But then when you get to the other side, you've got the masculine who's walking away, and it felt like she has to go through all this heartache, pain and heartache. And I felt the energy of catching up with him. Well, that just gave me a new meaning that the Divine Masculine's more heartbroken than what you are, or have been. The pain you feel is actually multiplied on his end, because Divine then stops this. But I felt the energy of you no longer chasing this or pursuing it, putting up with it. And I feel that then affects the Divine Masculine. He's more heartbroken. Should I stay or should I go? And then the Divine stops. And you can see there's the masculine, feminine energy crossing. I feel like their shadows are crossing paths. Which then takes me to resurrecting, a rebirth. The underworld, the middle world and the upper world, although I want to call it the upper realm. It consists of how many worlds you create. Okay. Creativity has been coming up a lot, and I received the message earlier is really we need to change that to creation. You are creating your own worlds. Let's have a look at these 3 cards here. Wow, that's the card of regret, sorrow, feeling sorry for oneself, and you've lost it all. But the 2 of Cups is still behind him. Nine of Cups. Interesting how there's a card underneath it, but I've picked up on the bridge on the back here, and then it kind of joins it to the 9 of Cups. All he has to do is turn around. The 9 of Cups is ready to turn around. You'd have the 9 here, and then you go on to the 10 of Cups. The 2 of Cups, you can even look at it as that, as the feminine, masculine. I want to say they're twins. It's like you being called in 2 by 2. Look, he's even showing. It's like 2 at a time. You might be noticing that synchronization. I noticed that all day yesterday. Everything was in pairs. In fact, that's interesting. Everything's coming in 2 by 2. It's this masculine's time. It's his turn. He has to turn around. Let's look at this card underneath. Again, well, first of all, I felt it was justice. The justice card. It's not the High Priestess. There's something about him not being able to face her. The Divine Feminine. It's like he, only when she's not looking at him, intimidated. We've got one more card here. Yeah. You are the world, Divine Feminine. I mean, there's so much feminine energy here, but that's linked with divine justice. You to me are everything, the sweetest song that I could sing. Oh, baby. Okay. We've done these cards, haven't we? Yes. I don't know. It feels as if the ball is in the Divine Feminine's court. Not sure what that means. Let's look at the bottom of the deck. Interesting, because it's the energy of celebrating. Oh, okay. So if the ball is in the Divine Feminine's court, and I've said that you are the creator of your worlds, okay, get creating. It's only a thought away. This is getting interesting now, this reading. Right, okay. We'll go to the enchanted map. Oh my goodness. I feel like I've got a great big lump in my throat. My heart is palpitating. Don't worry, I don't think it's my last breath. Although when I make my transition, I would like to make it exactly the way Lily did. Very nice and peaceful. We have Sacred Pool. I've kind of put it next to this here. So let's see if it resonates. 47. Let's see if it kind of, resonates. That card resonates with this meaning. The world is a reflection of your thoughts, feelings and beliefs. Embody the love you wish to see in the world. Interesting though, Divine Masculine. I feel that was directed at you. Embody the love that you wish to see in the world. You are that love. You are a mirror of the divine feminine. And that's why you're afraid to face her. You're facing your reflection. All that good that you see is you. Quite literally. It gets even better. Let's carry on. No, let's start again. Sacred Pool. The world is a reflection of your thoughts, feelings and beliefs. Embody the love you wish to see in the world. When you look into the mirror, do you like what you see? The Sacred Pool card asks that you focus on self-love and self-esteem. We are all works in progress, so a detached self-examination made with rigorous honesty is called for now. Reflect by the Sacred Pool and be at peace with yourself. Be at peace, Jasper? I was thinking of Lily, actually, when I said that, because I thought I said that about be at peace, Lily. Be at peace, Lily. Can you see how far you've come and how magical your life is? Belly's grumbling. Do you notice the spark of the divine shining through your eyes? When you're conscious that you're the embodiment of spirit, it becomes easier to respect yourself and act in good conscience. Then you'll reap the greatest rewards. Your unique service to the world is not only needed, but celebrated. See the love within you and know that if you cast it upon the waters, it will return to you tenfold. Be at peace, for you are beautiful and loved. Act with surety and confidence, and success shall be yours, whatever your inquiry. Okay. It does make me chuckle because the energy comes through about the divine masculine feels it's in the divine feminine's hands now, okay? But it's over to you, it's in your cords. And it's just like, okay, whenever you're like pointing your finger, when you're pointing your finger at someone else, you really need to point that back at yourself. So whatever it is you're thinking your divine feminine's needing to do, maybe take a look in the mirror and it might just be you that needs to do that. How about that? That's good guidance, isn't it? I do apologise. Right, let's carry on. Jasper, are you okay? You're a bit chatty back there. Should we go to an archangel animal? Let's do it. So let's do it for Lily. We have the Rhinoceros, be strong and courageous. Archangels Sandalphon and Rugwil, if that's how you pronounce it. Rhinoceros. These massive creatures originate from Lacumae, the ascended aspect of Sirius. Their fortitude and their love of Earth have enabled them to ascend into the fifth dimension. Their sole mission is to act as bridges between Source and Earth. They help people and animals to plug their Earth star chakras into Lady Gaia to be charged with her light. They are representations of the golden age of Mu and hold in trust for us the information, knowledge and wisdom of that era. It is also contained in a healing blue aquamarine. Let's repeat this. It is also contained in a healing blue aquamarine flame held within the centres of Earth, Orion, Sirius, the Pleiades and Neptune. And I spoke about different worlds. The rhinos are helping Earth to ascend by holding the geometric structure that connects the ascension planets. Their service work is to prune trees or act as grass mowers. Let's have a look at the guidance. This card reminds you that you do a great deal of service work, especially healing, without knowing you do so. You are asked to visualize the blue aquamarine flame of Michael and Mary and imagine yourself standing within it. This will activate knowledge and wisdom that you are ready to bring forward from the golden age of Mu. Recognize that this is important and that the keys and codes from Mu will help Earth and those around you to ascend. Your guidance is to move steadily on your path. Know that you are healing and connecting places and people wherever you go. People may not understand you, but you are developing fortitude, strength and determination, and these qualities will ultimately help you on your ascension journey. I think that there was some vital advice in there for the divine masculines to pay attention to. Okay, I'm drawn to the romance angels. Okay, let's see. It's like every time I say the word romance, there's a bang. Do we have to? Always. Oh, okay, religious factors are in the way. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Okay. I'm getting the message that some would find this kind of stuff embarrassing. This card reveals that religion and spirituality are subtle but important factors in your love life. Perhaps you're looking for a relationship with a partner who shares your spiritual beliefs. If so, this card comes to you as guidance to seek your new partner at the church, temple, or meeting place associated with your faith. If you're currently with a partner who isn't spiritually minded or whose beliefs differ markedly from your own, you may feel dissatisfied. You may also be influenced by family traditions that expect you to marry within your own culture or religion. Excuse me. The romance angels are helping you address this issue, and they ask you to remain true to yourself during this process. Decide which factors you will and won't accept in your relationship and what your priorities are for your partner. For instance, it's possible that your love interest may live the spiritual principles that you find important, for example, forgiveness, charity, kindness, and the like, without having the same religious affiliation you do. The angels remind you that your partner, like everyone, is a holy child of God. Everyone is spiritual in truth, because everyone is spirit. Although it's not up to you to change your partner to match your spiritual path, your affirmations, prayers, and visualizations, it's about you being the creator, your affirmations, prayers, and visualizations can have a positive influence on both of you and your relationship. Well, let's pull another card from here. Honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Bliss being the energy created by the lovers. Honeymoon. This card indicates the need for a getaway to nurture romantic love. Yeah, because I felt there's a bit of a resistance to even going to these cards. Okay. The specific application of this message depends upon the person who is inquiring. For some, this card has a literal meaning. You are going away with your new spouse following your wedding. For those already in a long-time partnership, this card speaks to reigniting the spark by taking a romantic holiday. It can also relate to the honeymoon period of a new relationship. And for still, this card indicates that you will meet someone special while on a vacation. What really stood out there for me, it can also relate to the honeymoon period of a new relationship. And I thought, why does that have to stop? Only if you put in the block. Otherwise, just let love flow. And it's like honeymoon all the way home. Okay. I feel drawn not to go to the Tarot of Sexual Magic. Okay. We're going to the Sacred Destiny Oracle cards. It's turned a bit chilly. Let's have a look at the energy. I feel there's been a little bit of a shift. Power. I got the power. Snap. Coming in on pairs. In pairs. Okay. Power. Mountain thunder, like the fist of God, thrusting up towards the heavens, the stark, ragged mountain holds firm as the thunderbolts crash down on all sides. The sound is deafening as it echoes from mountain peak to mountain peak. Mountains represent strength, power and permanence, as well as being a potent symbol for attaining spiritual heights as they extend into the sky towards the heavens. Thunder and lightning traditionally represent surging power, enlightenment and revelations of divine matters. Thunder ignites our deeper self and activates our primal and deep emotions. Together, the mountain and thunder symbolize immense power, vitality and strength. Okay, the sacred landscape wants you to know this is your time. This is the time to claim your power and step into your potential. This doesn't necessarily mean that you will be without fear. You might feel uncertain, but do it anyway. Be courageous, let the world hear your voice, take a stand up for yourself and for others, share your passion, teach from the heart. Write and your words will have great meaning. Hold your body as if you are incredibly valiant, noble and brave. After all, you are. Okay. We get a prayer. We get a prayer. I think we should get a prayer. I'll be able to spend a bit more time with you next week. Anyway, I just thought I'd put that out there, which would be nice. Okay, are we going to end on an angel prayer? I think so. Clear your vibes. Archangel Metatron. Thank you, Metatron, for clearing my energy field. I've opened up to it. I like that. Hey, come on in. Come for this last message, yeah? Jasper. Come here, darling. Come on. I felt like I had to gasp for breath then. I don't even have a cup of coffee. I'm sure I made myself a cup of coffee. You are being guided to clear your life of any harsh, negative or challenging energy. Where's my coffee? It's time to make way for positive energy in your life. Come on, darling. Come on in. Make way for positive energy. Make way for Jasper. That's it, darling. It's time to make way for positive energy in your life, and the only way you can do this is by clearing your aura, body and energy. Surround yourself with positive people and uplifting environments. The expanded interpretation. The angels are encouraging you to call on them to help you clear your life of anything that's getting between you and inner peace. Clear any clutter from your home, office, car, and anywhere else you spend time. When you clear clutter in your life, you clear psychic clutter from your energy. And when you clear your energy, you open yourself up to more abundant and spiritual experiences. Looks like his nose is so red. beautiful boy. Archangel Metatron. Metatron is one of the few angels who have walked the earth as a human being, so he knows more than the other angels what it can be like to be challenged by people and situations. His name means the throne next to God, and he has a special connection with the current era, as he represents the new energy and the connections that are opening up to the other worlds and heaven. Interesting. It's something about the other worlds. All right. The throne next to God, that's what his name means. And he has a special connection with the current era as he represents the new energy and the connections that are opening up to the other worlds and heaven. He is the angel who can help us connect with the wisdom of God in our daily life. My goodness, I feel there's more to come through. Okay. No. No. We're going for a roomy message. Yes. If I don't tidy it up as I go, it creates clutter. It didn't even take long, did it? No. Roomy. But thank you for your patience. Right, let's finish with a roomy message. What do you think, Jasper? I'm asking you what you think. What do you think? What do you think about it all? Let's see what Rumi has to say. Should we take this one? Do you reckon this one here? I think so. Let's take this one. You're bowing? Okay, you're bowing. I can see your reflection in the card. Can you see it? That's you. See? Dance of the Divine Feminine. Well, they've come up quite a lot in that reading. And there was the celebrating card. They do look like they're kind of having a bit of a boogie. It's busy tonight on the phone. Okay. Dance of the Divine Feminine. They are actually all Divine Feminines that are messaging me throughout my my reading, and only one of them knows about Lily. Okay, card number 42. Let's get back to this message, and then I can get back to the Divine Feminines in my life. I love it. Okay. Where would we be without the Divine Feminines? If a tree could move from one place to another, it would not suffer the pain of the sore or the oppressive wounds. If the sun and the moon stood still like the rocks, they could not offer brilliance. How bitter the taste of water would be if the river stopped its flow, remaining still like seawater. When the seawater rises to become a cloud, it loses its bitterness and pours the rain of sweetness. I have given you only a few examples. You can figure out the rest. Break away from the self and enter the kingdom of love. I always feel like you've been told, haven't you? I have given you only a few examples. You can figure out the rest. Break away from the self and enter the kingdom of love. Rumi. How can your feet bear to be still when the music is so lush and inviting? How can you hold yourself back from the tide of love when the horizon looms so vast and exciting? How can you not arch your back and respond with ecstasy to the lover's touch, saying in absolute submission, yes, more? Bye, Jazz. You were made to move and grow, to love and flow Even mountains change. Surrender the stodgy ways of the mind and become willing to dance to the great orchestrations of love. You may feel unsettled, beloved, as though the ground beneath you is not so solid. You may touch it to see. Is it moving? Of course. It is hurtling through the sky, spinning, tilted on its axis. It's amazing you aren't passed out on the floor in utter dizziness. Yet you stand there, imagining you have a choice of not moving. What funny foolishness. Let us laugh about it together. How can you even imagine it? Only through some misplaced fear. It is such a small craziness, really. You can cast it off, that small crazy fear. Let it return to the Earth Mother to become fertilizer for a far grander and more exciting insanity of divine love instead. Give up that tiny insanity in favour of the greater craziness of love. You cannot be unmoved by it. The rhythm of life will get you shaking your hips eventually. How could you not become entranced by the gleaming dance floor shimmering with possibility and invitation? Oh, I feel like I can't give you eye contact. It's okay. I'll keep my head down and just read the message. This oracle comes to you with guidance. Your life may feel as though it is being tipped upside down. Perhaps you feel as though the great beloved, in a feisty mood, has grabbed your ankles, is holding you upside down and shaking you wildly until your skirt is over your head, or the pockets of your pants become freed of their contents, keys and wallet dropping to the floor in disarray. We have to remember to breathe. Your hair is messy, your bottom is in the air, and your sense of orientation is nowhere to be found. Blood is rushing to your head, and goodness knows, you just want to be put down to have a moment to come to your senses. Yes, please. So the beloved will give you that gift, but don't imagine it will last for too long. The great beloved esteems you capable of so much more than being sure-footed and sensible. You are capable of more whirling and stumbling, whilst inspired by the music of the spheres. If you just accept the great invitation to dance, there won't be so much roughhousing going on. It won't be needed because your hair will already be in a mess. Your blood will already be pumping and you'll be sweating, laughing, smiling and dancing. The great beloved will be alive in you, which is all that grand seducer ever wanted in the first place, even with all the jokes and horseplay. That just takes me to the great beloved is alive within you. So that the reflection, the mirror that you're so scared to face. So the great beloved will be alive in you, which is all that grand seducer ever wanted in the first place, even with all the jokes and horseplay. Disarrayed and dishevelled by the divine beloved, you are able to break out of a too ordinary world. You will explore the delightful consequences of rocked boats and upset apple carts being swept away by love as you dare to dream bolder and wilder dreams for yourself and the world. Let's repeat that because it speaks about being the creator, okay, and also about pointing the finger back at yourself. So divine masculine, you're very capable of creating your visualized world. There is bigger magic for you to weave this lifetime, but I want to repeat that part. You will explore the delightful consequences of rocked boats and upset apple carts being swept away by love as you dare to dream bolder and wilder dreams for yourself and the world. And seeing as the divine feminine was in the middle of the world, this is about what dreams do you have for you and your divine feminine and the world, really the impact that you will both bring and emit out of you. So it is something about actually admitting. Okay. There is bigger magic for you to weave this lifetime. Prosatic priorities inherited from the world are stuff and nonsense. It is the priorities of the heart that matter to you. If you were ever to right yourself whilst the beloved is tipping you upside down, like a soaring bird in most impressive aerial dynamics, It will be through establishing right priorities, the priorities of your own heart. So ask your heart what matters most and attend to that. Okay. Soon you'll be able to find your orientation, even if everything you have once held onto appears to be shimmering and insubstantial, a mere dance of light rather than solid ground. This will become so easy for you because your orientation will flow from within, from the heart, and no matter what shifts and changes take place around you, your centre will remain strong. This is what the beloved wants for you. Such peace and relief it shall bring to you, but perhaps some shaking about is required first, in case you are reluctant to give up some mainstays, unaware of how much they drain life away from your heart centre. This oracle brings this message also. There is something you are holding on to, a person, a place, a thing, a belief, a vision, and you need to let it go because it wants to grow. It may grow and change into something utterly different, or it may grow into exactly what you are imagining. Whichever outcome, growth is happening, and you'll find you enjoy the way much more with greater flow and support and less bashing of your head against the proverbial brick wall if you can let it happen. Don't worry if it seems as though your world is coming to an end or you are losing something you once loved. This is just the shaking about of the great beloved to lead you into a deeper, sweeter dance of divine being and becoming. Put your focus into your heart and realise you are more ready than you think. Now, shake those hips. What we're doing, we're going to shake the hips. Now, shake those hips, stamp those feet, close your eyes and clap your hands. There, that's better already. I don't even feel I need to leave you with the sacred honouring ritual. Okay, God bless you. That's what I wanted to say. God bless you. I'll catch up with you guys soon, okay? Until then, take care. Much love. Bye for now.